Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be reacting to
GIRLSET Addresses Controversy, KATSEYE Comparisons and Rebrand. Well, this should be interesting if it's a genuine interview. Let's see.
This counts as a mantra, but I feel like we always say everything happens for a reason.
wow, this is gonna be actually, I think we need like an interview with the girls to reintroduce the girls.
Honestly, this is like a very good questions raised. If they genuinely like answer these and not like wiggle their way out of it, or if it's not like a clickbait title, I think they're gonna gain a lot of respect from people. Because in K-pop, that such things you don't really get these questions. So let's see.
You guys are finally back in the spotlight, back to the grind. How does it feel to kind of come out of a waiting period and finally be out again?
I mean, I think it's definitely like a shift because
Interesting. It's like the hostess. Usually it's the black guy. I don't remember his name. Remember the guy?
Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris. Yeah. Usually he's like whenever like it's K-pop adjacent is him. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting to see someone else.
For some time we weren't like grinding as much as we're doing now. So it's kind of just getting back in the feeling and the vibe is very different now. It's kind of just getting into this vibe again. But I mean, we love it.
Yeah. You guys have gone through a lot of change in 2 years than most groups see in 5. And there's a lot to be said, and like, frankly, how did you guys feel whenever headlines hit about a lot of controversy? Maybe KG's lawsuit, Kaylee's health hiatus. How did that hit you guys personally, and did it affect your confidence at all?
It can definitely hit hard at some points. Some things were unexpected, some others were not recent news to us. And I feel like we had a lot of deep intertwined feelings about everything because obviously of our journey where we came from, our relationships with people, with the past members, everything. But I feel like had like us to rely on, like we just relied on each other and we were able to talk out how we were feeling with each other. And also I feel like it's so important that we were able to like put those into songs that we've written as well. That's become a big way for us to express ourselves and is the way that we want to communicate with the world how we feel. Because frankly, there is just so much to be said that we feel that it's
kind of
you can't describe
to
everything.
Like sit down and explain everything.
There's just too much to describe.
I do feel like songs is our way of kind of saying how we feel, and I really hope people try to see that as like our way of
that's what we're saying,
like sharing our story. This is what we feel about the situation, right. This is like our story. So I really hope that people listen to those songs and the lyrics and try to really see
and now I'm curious to
well, they just hyped up those songs right now, so when the songs come out,
not hyped up, but they're gonna be telling us something.
I mean, they made me excited for the songs, so I feel like I'm hyped up now. I want to hear it. Because before this, I was like, okay, whatever. I don't even, we're gonna react to the title track, but the B-sides I don't care for. I want to react to the B-sides now.
I didn't think we were gonna get this much information because the answer's a little bit vague, but it's as if they want to say we have a lot to say, but we can't say all in this interview. But overall, we can express that it was hard, and we don't usually hear that.
The answer is vague, but it's like to be continued. So like I'm excited for the continuation now. I hope they actually do address it in the songs, and the songs is not just like, just generic, oh, you can't be me, like that's like stuff like that, like, oh, haters be my motivators, like stuff like that. Like I don't want to hear none of that. Like I want to get into the details in the songs.
Side and how we feel about it, because I think that's important. I feel like people haven't heard like from us, so I understand when people have opinions. But I just want
you need both sides of the story.
You need, yeah.
Well, will both sides of the story be told eventually, either through music or otherwise?
Through music, for sure, yeah.
Was there a point in time where you guys thought that maybe things wouldn't continue?
Well, that's interesting, both sides of the story. So when we did the whole KG thing, I was kind of a little skeptical of KG's story. Not like skeptical, but more so I was like, okay, maybe she just didn't have what it takes, it's hard work, she was just lazy, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people hated, disagreed with me, I don't want to say hated, but maybe disagreed with me on that. I don't know. These girls are saying there's their side of the story, so maybe their side of the story is also that, KG was just didn't have what it takes. She didn't want to do it.
I do think that is a possibility because it looks better to say that, oh, this was a bad environment for all of us, as opposed to this environment wasn't for me. It's like because when you're young, you don't really take accountability of what you lack of. especially in a competitive environment. So you want to make it a collective downfall as opposed to it being just you solo singled out.
Yeah, because my biggest thing that KG came out, it was like, why is nobody corroborating that story? Like,
why is she speaking on behalf of others for her benefit?
It's like, if it was really that bad, everybody would have came through and just like, but clearly for these 4 girls, it wasn't that bad. It was something that we have to go through. This is a rite of passage. This is what it takes. So this is going to be very interesting. I truly hope, now they really hyped up the songs, made me excited for the songs. I truly hope the songs actually convey a message there and they actually reveal their side of the story. I think if they do, it's going to be very good.
Have you ever been in a group effort where there's always this one person that makes it seem like it's so impossible because it's hard for them?
Yeah, always.
As opposed to, oh, let's put it onto the group. Like, oh, it's hard, right? It's hard. And it's like, it's not hard.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just for you, it's hard, but you're trying to convince others to be in your company that it's hard. I think that was the situation.
And you?
I mean, I think there could be certain moments we were like, you know, obviously things hit. We're like, things you can't control. Maybe, I don't know, who knows, are we going to continue? But, you know, I think we found a group in us. And like we've been saying, this felt like the right time and like the moment for us to finally be out there and like share who we are and truly be GIRLSET.
Did you feel supported? You know, what was the vibe, I guess, kind of going through a lot of these tougher times?
I mean, there was definitely a lot of change, not only like internal, external, like kind of everything went through change. We definitely had a lot of communication. As we became a lot more involved in the creative process, we really wanted to be able to define who we are moving forward as GIRLSET. And so I think that's where like the biggest changes were with us and with JYP was with our creativeness.
So fast.
These look like grown women now.
Man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean.
I'm assuming they're all of age.
If we want to go all the way back, GIRLSET started with A2K.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like that is such a long time ago at this point, you know, but when you guys first auditioned, what were you chasing? Was it validation? Was it community? Was it trying to prove something to yourselves? What was that?
You know, to be honest, I think for me, definitely, I always wanted to be a singer. Back then, like, I really liked K-pop. And I always imagined, like, oh my God, being in a girl group would be so iconic. Because also I really liked pop groups as well. But it was, like, kind of a far dream because it seemed like it was not possible back then. So when I got that opportunity, I was just like, I'm getting it. I'm going to be in a girl group because it was my dream pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it's a drive for the art, really. What you create and what you do and that really, and, like, how it makes you feel.
And it's just so much better doing it with other people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're never alone and you just have people that...
It's more fun together.
It is.
For sure. I mean, what was it about the K-pop industry? I mean, why K-pop coming from Western cities?
I think just the performance aspect of it all is just so like, they just put a huge focus on it, and I like how they capture, you know,
I can see how
the
like
dance
K-pop
and singing,
can
like
appeal to a lot of like dancers first before singers.
Yeah.
Because the performance side of it all is definitely there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Together.
It's always so like eye-catching.
Yeah.
So during this audition process, it must have been hard. So what was the hardest part for, and you don't all have to answer if you don't want to, but and how did you like pull yourself out of one of those moments?
I think for me it was just taking it like day by day because...
But I think that's like their first interview, at least the first that came across our radar, right?
Oh, this should have been done a long time ago. This is like, I feel for the girls now.
They're doing this because they're dropping, I think on Friday they're dropping either a song or a mini album. Remember that one that we reacted the teaser to? So I think they're dropping that on Friday, so that's going to be exciting. This is a good interview.
Your growth doesn't happen overnight, I think was something that I realized throughout the show and just the training period. And so it was just nice also with everyone else, like seeing everyone else by your side.
And
also,
Billboard
like, really
platform,
just trying
too, good platform.
Train and get better at their skill sets.
Yeah, like reminding yourself that you're doing this for you and for yourself. And I really tried to remind myself so much that like I'm here for me, whatever happens, happens, you know? And I love whatever I do and what I'm doing. So I just have to keep on reminding myself that.
And entering this, you know, Korean K-pop training system might be a little bit intimidating to a lot of people. So I feel like, did it get to a point for you guys where you felt as if it might be too much? Or did it just reveal strengths in you that you didn't know you had?
I feel like it's like both. I think going into this like project, I knew about the K-pop industry and the K-pop training system. And I knew how like hard and like how much work you have to put into it. But
that's very important. That you can say you feel bad for them because they knew about it. And that was my point when I was saying KG versus, you know, JYP is like, at this point, everybody knows what the system is like. You can't go blame the system when you're in the system because you knew. You can't say, oh, I didn't know what the system is. You knew. Maybe 20 years ago when K-pop just like, kind of like a novelty thing, wasn't much of information about it. Maybe then it's different. You can't say, oh, I didn't know what it actually takes. Now everybody knows what it takes. You see the people starving. They don't get to eat. They're eating ice cubes. You see that. This is not something that you don't know of. So you know what it takes.
They're saying their experience, and it's also to kind of give me insight of the KG situation.
Yeah, to me, this is also some backhanded shots at KG, honestly. Because they're saying, I know what I was getting myself into. Somebody might not have known.
But like, I was really curious about it too, and I just wanted to go through it and experience what that was like. Right. And I feel like, yes, it is hard, but at the same time, if you put hard work and you're really like focused, seeing the improvement every month or like even every week is like the most rewarding feeling ever. Because like, wow, I'm putting a lot of hard work, but it's paying off.
Yes, it's hard, but it's also we do it because we love it, and that's like the whole point of why we wanted to like be in a girl group, especially in the entertainment industry. You have to put in the work, and if you're not willing or committed to put in the work, then you're just not fit for it, unfortunately.
Very true.
It's like,
there's a lot of shots being fired here. Oh my god.
I can tell what type of person KG was.
I mean, I called it. I said it. To me, that was obvious. It's a lot of shots. Wow.
You have to be committed to it.
I mean, debuting is JYP's first North American project, too.
Go back.
Wow.
It's like you have to be committed to it.
I mean, debut.
Lexus, KG, Camilla, Kendall. I can't read the others as covered. They're really throwing KG under the bus here.
Debuting is JYP's first North American project, too.
No, they're telling their truth because KG said a lot. KG said a lot. She made it, for her kids, serve her case, which is what she has to do, to get out the debt because she didn't want any part of it.
When you look back, is it kind of heavy or is it more empowering now?
I think it's empowering.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's just like, it's surreal, and just to be able to like represent, our backgrounds and our cultures, it's really inspiring, and I think that's what I got from that most.
Yeah. Because I also feel like proud looking back. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that was us and we did put in the work, and like, but even more like proud now, in my opinion, like even more like empowered now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we started as a group called Vicha. Looking back at Vicha as well, what can you really say about the group, and what do you think people misunderstood maybe about the group looking back?
I think right now, as the four of us, I just feel like this is right in every single way that you look at it. And to us, which is the most important thing, that we feel right and that we feel like this makes sense, what we're doing and what we're going for. I feel like that just is the most important thing. Okay. Like right now, it just feels right.
I think it was an era, and we were young, and looking back, it was, of course, very fun. It was straight out, like, off the show. Yeah. And, of course, we had a great time with some of our first music videos and songs, like, recording and stuff like that. I think they were still, like, very...
Like, great first experiences.
I feel like it's like a learning experience. I feel like we started there, and I feel like we needed that to, like, get to where we are now. I do appreciate those moments and kind of, like, seeing myself and us, like, in the past, and how much we've grown and how much we've kind of like found ourselves and like our sound and like who we want to be, and I feel like it was needed. It's part of our story. Yeah. So.
Speaking of a journey, if you could go back and tell your 2023 selves anything before everything changed, what would you say now?
This is so simple, but believing yourself. It's such a hard thing to do sometimes when like you get in your head so much and it's just, there's a lot going on, but
especially throughout the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were young.
I wonder in response, will KG respond to this?
I think she will. I think she'll go like on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Because
I wonder how things ended. Like, did she got her thing pretty much erased? No?
I think she got her loan forgiven, yeah.
So it may have been the case scenario where they say, okay, neither one of us will talk about the situation again. So I don't know if she has the power to, or does she?
So she went on some platform and she said she didn't sign the NDA. She said she don't talk about it because she don't want to. But that was before this interview. This interview really throwing...
It's going to call her to speak.
They're really calling her out here.
All the fans are going to be like, look, KG, you have some explaining to do.
still finding ourselves. So like throughout the show, you're receiving a lot of, you know, criticism, constructive criticism. And so sometimes, like you said, it can be hard to like, you know, not get too in your head about things.
On account of how important it is to be smart with your money, because you worked hard for it, and because
So there's this massive talk right now about multicultural girl groups. As we know, of course, GIRLSET is a part of that. KATSEYE is a part of that conversation as well. How do you guys feel about being included in that conversation?
I mean, I always say this, but I do think it's like one of the most important things about being in a global girl group. I think the essence and the point of this group was to bring girls with different backgrounds and cultures together to create something special. And I always say this, but I always feel so happy, like, being the representation for Latinas, you know, to me, like growing up, seeing, for example, Fifth Harmony, having like Cuban members, that was really special for me. And like, it made me feel like, oh, maybe I could also make it and be in a girl group one day. So I know that there are girls, boys, you know, seeing us and like seeing themselves in us. So that's like really, really important and really special.
Yeah, I mean, being able to see ourselves bring different communities together too is such a great feeling, and just bringing everyone together and just all loving the same thing is just the best feeling ever.
And some people, unfortunately, online have labeled, you know, GIRLSET as JYP's answer to HYBE's KATSEYE. If you've seen those kind of conversations online, how do you guys respond to them?
It shouldn't be about that. It's amazing seeing so many like beautiful, young, talented girls like from different cultures coming together and making something so great. What they're doing is amazing and they're super sweet. So I think it's more about appreciating both, you know, because I think we're both special in our own ways. So yeah, I think it's more about that. Like, let's just be girls, like,
doing our own thing.
let's play together.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are, I mean, all of you guys who are multicultural, global girl groups being a part of that conversation, how do you hope that GIRLSET's, you know, part in that history, how do you hope it's looked on by fans?
We always want to be, well, a group that speaks about real things. We always made it.
Yeah, I think it's a little too early in their career to be asking them that question. I think they still, like, they haven't debuted yet.
I'm curious where everyone's from.
Oh, I think they're all American. They don't have no accent. But
no, but it's a multicultural group.
Well, so she's Latina.
That was the moment to everyone to say, okay, where you're from.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm talking about the KATSEYE comparison. I think it's a little too early because they can't really say that they haven't debuted yet. I think this would be an interesting question if, you know, in a year or two when if they have like a Billboard Hot 100 hit and they're like actually competing.
The thing is, I disagree, because everyone thinks JYP formed this group to compete with HYBE, which is true.
Yeah.
It's just now, being that you were the formed group, how do you feel about your competition? Right now, they gave like a safe response saying they just want appreciation of both groups, which is fair because they haven't done anything.
Exactly, because they can't really say it. Yeah, they can't say nothing. Yeah, they can't say that because they're too young of a group. So that's why I'm saying it would be interesting, this question asked in a year or two, if they actually successful.
I don't know per se their dancing skills, their live skills, stage skills, their vocal skills live. Like, we don't know. So there's not much they can really say and speak on.
At a point to just be raw and realistic and just people with emotions, you know? So I think that's something that we want us to be remembered by, you know, just knowing that we always expressed ourselves and we're exactly who we are, you know?
You keep looking at me, keep looking at me like you wanna.
Thomas is out now. Congratulations on that. And then I heard that we have some like new stuff on the way.
Yes.
So what can you tell me about maybe a newer comeback or what's on the way for you guys?
Well, the main track is called Little Miss, and you know, we're really excited to with this song.
In seeing them talk versus their music video is like different energy.
Yeah, very different. They do not give commas. That commas didn't fit them at all.
Because we feel like it's a really strong introduction to us.
Yes.
And you know, it's a company.
But we already said it, even when we were watching commas, it was like, this does not fit at all.
By 2 other songs, which we're really excited for everyone to hear.
I feel like the song is to give you a little bit of the vibe. It's kind of like the Y2K 2000s sound, and also I would say kind of like the aesthetic as well. Yeah. And it's very us.
Might as well just say we're paying homage to Pussycat Dolls. Could have said that.
Do you ever find yourselves struggling navigating between maybe K-pop traditions and Western instincts when it comes to songwriting?
Honestly, not really.
No.
No.
I feel like
we take a lot of inspiration from like Ariana Grande as well as like Cat Dolls,
Yes.
Flow.
Yeah.
So I feel like musically, like we're not sonically
Flow.
close to K-pop at all anymore. But we do take inspiration in like the performance aspects like dance. So in those we do, but sonically in terms of songwriting, no. We're definitely going our own way, trying to be very experimental as well with our music moving forward. We don't want to just do mainstream stuff, like we want to be artists.
Okay. And you know, going back and forth, you know, we definitely had the old you guys, I would say, and the new, you know, GIRLSET is who's sitting here today. So when songwriting, when doing the choreography now, is there moments that you guys have now where it's like, this is us?
Oh yeah.
For so many.
You always
So many. When we're in dance practice.
Okay. Oh.
Whenever we're in dance practice, it's so funny. I know it happens every single time in dance practice. When I look in the mirror and I look at us, I lock in for like 10 seconds. I'm like, guys, this is us. This is
right now.
Also, I do have to say, like when we finish recording songs, wow.
And we listen back.
And we listen back, it's just like, oh wow, yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes it's easy to forget or not realize change because it happens so much over time. And so I feel like it's when you really look back that you realize how much like we've grown and how much we've changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you learned about each other that's made you guys stronger?
A lot.
Like everything? I don't know.
You know, like I feel like one key word is resilience. And I love that for each other because through this whole journey,
we've always had a vision and never let go of that vision, I would say.
How do you want this chapter to define GIRLSET?
Okay, so they're all 19 and older, 19 to 20. So they're all of age. Okay, we're not gonna have a Yunche problem here.
New beginnings in our introduction are just like
Love that. And what do you hope that fans see whenever they look at you
What was
now
the title
as the
of
four of you
this,
standing together?
just
video?
GIRLSET Addresses Controversy, KATSEYE Comparisons, and Rebrand.
Okay, I guess they covered
They did do that.
we're beautiful girls.
yes, beautiful girls doing what they love.
Yeah.
And hopefully that inspires other people to do the same.
Is there any last thing you want your fans to know?
I mean,
This interview made them very human. I feel like it's gonna allow for people to have more compassion and opportunity to give these girls a fair chance.
This was a very good interview and it was very needed, and I think they did great at it.
please look forward to what we have to come because it's very good.
There's still so much.
And on a really good
Journey of
platform
ours.
too. This will be seen by many people. I know when the article came out, it was posted either on Forbes or like a major network about this lawsuit. So it's good that they address and talk about these things on a major platform where many people are going to have a chance to hear the side of these girls, because there was a narrative that was put out on the girls, not on the girls' behalf, on KG's behalf. So I'm glad they were able to have a little small opportunity to speak out.
Future, and we're going to experiment so much and explore, and so many more memories to create.
Yeah, this was a great interview. They did great, much needed.
How many views is this one?
5K, yeah, 5.6K.
Okay.
This was very good. This is exactly the kind of interview you needed. Yep. I'm so glad they're letting the girls talk about this. They really need to address these topics so they can fully embrace being girls and officially close the Vicha chapter. Yep. 2 more songs coming out with Lil Miss. I want to hear them now. I still want to know why people think that you repeated GIRLSET as a slap back to KATSEYE, like GIRLSET was made first. And where
Well,
the first...
at the time when everything was coming out, okay, we were looking at who's their competition, who's gonna, rival this competition, and at that time it was KATSEYE, and Vicha was getting praised by saying, "Oh, they're putting out content, whereas KATSEYE." Then that competition kind of flipped and turned around the other way.
Yeah, because Vicha debuted first. Yeah, because KATSEYE took a good minute to debut. I think the competition ended in like November, we reacted to. And then Vicha dropped in like January or February. And then KATSEYE only debuted in, I think, July. So KATSEYE, yeah, we were sitting here. What's going on with KATSEYE? What's going on with KATSEYE? But KATSEYE debuted all right. KATSEYE doing great. But overall, I think this was a great interview. Much needed. They've addressed everything. Made me excited for the songs. I feel like obviously the point of this was to promote the album. And I think they excelled at it. I really before this, obviously we're gonna react to the title track music video, but besides was whatever. Now I want to hear everything.
You want to hear the tea?
I want to hear everything. I think this was a phenomenal interview in terms of promoting the album. now people really gonna tune in to hear what they gotta say.
I'm curious to see what other channels are gonna say about this interview. But so far, based on the comments alone, people are like receptive to what they have to bring and offer.
Because I think this was needed. I think this was very important to do because there was a lot of questions about this group. I think this was good, honestly. I wish more K-pop groups did that. But in K-pop, you just get the fake interviews.
So is this kudos to JYP? Is JYP delivering?
Well, JYP led them. So
what does this reflect upon JYP?
This is kudos to JYP because at the end of the JYP could have shut it down, but they led them. They allow these questions. Obviously, the girls are prepped to answer. It's not like they're we're freestyling here. The answers are prepped, but doesn't matter. They did answer.
But it did give their kind of response and not a corporate response.
Yeah, this was good. Yeah.
I like everyone. I was able to talk into this interview. We get to hear everyone's thoughts. Okay, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And Zoe. Share as much kindness as possible.